On?
I'd like to meet her.
Well, she wanted to meet you too when she came to visit me in the hospital.
Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you are sleeping. One of the most exceptional patients in my 600-pound life's history is James Jones, because he truly did beat the odds by keeping going and by sticking to his weight loss goals. But nothing could ever happen without a fusion of a few crazy moments. By the way, did you know that his family is under a curse? Actually, his family is dealing with obesity-related complications from ages. Well, in today's video, you are going to see some of the craziest moments in James's story, which featured in Season 2 of My 600-Pound Life. Let's roll it. Background story of James Jones. The 37-year-old native of Frankston, Texas, was introduced to the viewers of My 600-Pound Life in 2014 in the episode 7 of Season 2, while he was weighing 728 pounds. In his childhood, James was never this big. Actually, he was always a skinny child and had no issues with his physical well-being back then or whatsoever. But when he started to put on some weight, suddenly things changed totally. Not just that, his love and addiction for food had made him weigh 280 pounds by the time he was just 16 years old. In fact, he started to pile on weight when his family members, his father and sister, both died because of obesity-related issues and sort of medical complications. James, too, started to pile on weight. He always wanted to lose his weight, but as he started getting addicted to food and turned to food to cope with all that, because food was always a comfort for him therefore, all these reasons made him overeat much more, and soon he became addicted to junk food. Because of his massive frame, he became totally unable to exercise or even move a lot. Due to that, he was getting closer and closer to becoming like his father and sister with each passing day. After his father had moved to the latter's bed, James's sister eerily passed away within 6 months. Well, when once she died, James was the one who moved in, and James's mother Maggie, who took care of him, was totally worried that if things were not going to change, James would be the next in the same bed to pass away. But he finally realized, fortunately, that this isn't the way to live and figured out what was best for him. He then got determined to actually have a longer, healthier, and normal life. So, for that reason, he moved to Houston so he could start Dr. Now's weight loss program. It was a fact that he couldn't immediately be approved for the gastric bypass surgery due to being so overweight. Therefore, in a couple of weeks, with the help of a strict diet, which basically consisted of eggs and toast, he lost 53 pounds and got the required surgery. After that, during his episode, it was an upwards curve for him as he lost weight, got his confidence back, got a skin removal surgery, and even ended up starting dating a woman called Summer. He has gone down an astonishing 352 pounds and ended the episode weighing at 376 pounds. Crazy moments in James Jones. Number 4. James immediately feels out of breath whenever he gets up every morning and always feels like he is about to pass out, and therefore, due to all these complications, he feels helpless. To get his basic tasks done around his household, he needed to be babied. In the recent memory segment, he recalled one of the worst moments of his life, and the fans of the show agreed that the incident he shared is one of the craziest accidents they have ever seen on the show, even me. Actually, the tragic accident happened in his house when one morning he slipped, fell, and ended up wedged in between his room's door and bedroom's wall while weighing 700 pounds. Due to his big size and weight, his mother couldn't pick him up and was compelled to seek help from the fire department. They had to come in order to get him out of the wall, so they busted open the wall. James shared that he still recalls screaming out in pain, and his mother also shared that tearfully recalls James screaming out, and at that moment, he just wanted to be shot and killed himself. Simply tragic and nothing short of craziness, and it's depressing.
He likes to eat a lot of sweets, pies, gobblers.
Number 3. Weighing in at 720 pounds, James isn't capable of living on his own at the age of 37, especially knowing the fact that due to his devastating condition, he can get into tragic household accidents, just like the one that I have discussed above, which left a permanent hole in his wall. Do you know, James has to live in his mother's house despite the fact that he is earning way too good as an accountant. Anyhow, the major reason behind living with his mother is that she can essentially wait on him hand and foot because it is obvious that he is not able to do things for himself like many patients, so his mother could help him and all that. In fact, James's mother was the one who was enabling him and admitted that she knew her cooking is the major thing that has contributed to James' obesity. But she also said that despite all those things, she admitted she just can't blame herself for only cooking the food items in the only way she knew how to do. In fact, once James lied to his mother and didn't tell her that he already ate junk food on his way home from the office. Therefore, when he came home, he also ate whatever his mother prepared for him for dinner. So, if you ask me then, she isn't the one who is enabling him, as she doesn't know that he has been eating double dinners around 6 nights a week outside on his way to home. In the upcoming clip, you will see James enjoying his meals, and even he called out to his mother that why would you put this pie on his plate as he isn't supposed to have it? Isn't it hypocrisy? Well, after listening to this, his mother looked stunned as he disrespected her meal. Not just that, she was devastated to know that he has become rude, bitter, and God knows what about the food that she cooks for him.
With Summer on a date and see how everything goes between me and her.
Number 2. James's mother was seen divulging his childhood when she was interviewed on the show and claimed that it wasn't easy for him. As you can ask me, then it's damn clear to see why over the years he has gained so much of the weight. His mother Maggie claimed that it's not James's fault and it never is that he's a big. Because he isn't the one to be blamed, actually the real one is his father, who also struggled due to overweight complications, and he died when he reached over 400 pounds due to the obesity issues he faced back then. Not just that, James's sister also died just after 6 months of his father. By the way, the two of them, the duo of James and sister, were apparently just like twins. In fact, he was devastated, especially because of her passing. James's family was cursed with obesity. As you can see that both of James's beloved family members passed away because of the health problems which were caused due to their overweight, as their father needed to have a bed in which he could fit to sleep well and comfortably, as he had an excessive size. Therefore, James even has a hospital bed in their home. Well, when his father passed away, as we know how and why, his sister moved into the bed to be nursed in the very same way to get out of the weight issues. As we know, that hospital bed was itself cursed, so his sister also passed away in a short period of time just after moving into that cursed bed of their family. Now James himself weighs in over 700 pounds, so he has been compelled, or you can say condemned, to use the family's hospital bed. Anyhow, now his mother fears to see him using that bed, as she considers that he will die as he is under the same curse.
This tractor I'm about to get on is my baby, my pride and joy.
Number 1. Well, in order to be considered for weight loss surgery, James Jones crazily beat all the odds and successfully lost enough of his weight. Wow! Isn't it interesting? This determination is the thing that stood out about James aside from all the contestants on the show who appeared, because obviously he has a strong circle of friends around him who are quite encouraging and even always motivate him in every step of the way before his surgery. Not just that, he met up with his friend Dawn, who was seen encouraging him to lose enough weight. And he did. After losing the weight, now he can ride his brand new tractor all on his own. He then also met up with another good friend, Larica, who cried when she was telling him how much she really cares about him. Let me add a delightful thing that even he has a love interest as well. He loves a woman named Summer, whom he met online. In fact, let me tell you a shocking fact that she also had a gastric bypass surgery, so therefore she knows what James had gone through or was going through. I mean, isn't it a made-for-each-other kind of couple? With all this love and support behind him from his mother, beloved friends, and yes, his lucky lady, Summer, as she saved his life from that curse, if you are getting me, James finally made to lose enough weight so he could be officially allowed to get gastric bypass surgery and lost 148 pounds. Once he got the surgery, he kept following his diet and kept his weight off, as he committed himself to live a new, healthier, and happy life at the end of the episode. He has now become a kind of an example for others, and he can ride an HSI new tractor with so much pride and joy. Now he is one of the biggest motivators for others. Don't consider it wrong, but it literally seems crazy to see a 600-pound life patient with a support system. But I guess now we should normalize that friends, siblings, and parents should be supportive so the obese patients could get the help to change their life. It is crazy that despite all the following traumas and tragedies he faced in his childhood, he pulled himself up by his bootstraps and stuck to the weight loss goals with the help of friends and loved ones. Well, that's all guys for today with James's story and its crazy moments. Thank you for watching the video.